Okay, so if you haven't seen last week's video, make sure to check that out first before you watch this video, and please watch the entire video. It is linked up here and below this video, and it has got Hungarian subtitles, so if you're watching this from Hungary, you can actually understand the entire video if you put on the subtitles if your English isn't good enough, which is obviously fair enough. Now, in today's video, I want to answer your comments in person, not just replying to your comment on YouTube, but actually make this video and dedicate it to you guys. First of all, I want to thank you so much for your support, for your comments through these tough times. And there were some comments which were really positive, and I want to highlight those, and I want to talk about those and say, you know, massive thank you. And there were some comments that were questionable, and I also want to talk about those because that's probably just a misunderstanding. Alright, now I'm going to look at these comments on my Mac right here. The first comment that I want to talk about is from Kitty. Kitty says, "Hi guys, it's hard to say anything. Respect for both of us to make this video." I guess you mean both of you. Respect for both of you to make this video and saying the truth. Thank you, Kitty. That is in fact difficult. Thank you for appreciating that. Many YouTubers, unfortunately, or people on the internet don't tell the truth anymore in order to get clicks and generate views. I even had one of my oldest followers asking me if this was for real. Here's a Facebook message as proof. And so I have to really, you know, underline the fact that yes, it is in fact real. We're not doing this for YouTube or for the internet or to get, you know, views or money or whatever. This is in fact really happening in real life. The comment goes on, in the summer of 2018, me and my boyfriend found your videos when you tried Hungarian food. Yes, I'm a Hungarian girl, I live in Hungary. Next comment is by Gacha Music Studio, and I have to smile a bit here because the comment says Tambay actually looks like Leonardo DiCaprio here. Which is funny, but it's also not funny because this is one of the things that Laura and I used to argue about sometimes, and it's not if I look like Leonardo DiCaprio or not, okay? But it is the point that something that I kind of think is very true and important, and Laura kind of disagrees with to a point, okay? And that point is that style is more important than substance initially on the internet, okay? And that's just one of these harsh truths that are very unfortunate, but they are true. So if you want to build an audience, if you want to gain a following, not in a, you know, clickbaity way, it doesn't have to be clickbait, it doesn't have to be lies, you can build an authentic following, you can be your real self, you don't have to act, you don't have to, you know, pretend that you're something you're not, okay? But style is more important than substance initially on the internet, okay? So if we take that for YouTube, for example, you always see the thumbnail before you see the video, okay? Now YouTube has changed it, and you can see a little preview of the video if you like hover over it, okay? Or if you're on the YouTube app, I believe the video will start playing automatically and subtitles will be displayed without sound. However, before that, you still see the thumbnail only, okay? So in that sense, you know, style is more important than substance initially. Because before you watch the video, you see the thumbnail and the title, which is really just, you know, style, if you want to call it that, and not substance, not the actual video. And you can take that further, you can, you know, take it onto Instagram, you can, you know, anything, like websites, whatever. And what Laura wants to do is she wants to be very raw. Let's just call it raw, you know? And that's fine. I just think that you can still present yourself in a, let's call it, professional way and try to, you know, improve. Like make these raw videos like I'm making right now, which is quite raw. But for example, I now have a ring light behind the camera, which I turned on, so I have a little more light in this room. And I, you know, use my very good camera, my Canon G7X. And I have chose this location where there's good natural light coming in from this side and that side. And basically I thought about it because I want to feel like I am professional, you know, like I am giving my best for you guys, okay? Because if I don't take myself seriously, how can I expect for anyone else to take me seriously? It just doesn't make any sense. Okay, anyways, back to the comment. Thank you for saying that I look like Leonardo DiCaprio. That's actually not really true. I only kind of look like Leonardo DiCaprio, okay? This guy actually looks like Leonardo DiCaprio, and he's actually a doppelganger. I believe he's from Sweden or Norway, and this guy actually makes a living, I think, being a doppelganger of Leonardo DiCaprio. So yeah, that's not me, unfortunately. Okay, next comment is by Ben Studios. Ben Studios is saying, no, part of me died. I remember your best moments together and this just makes me feel so, I'm really sorry. Thank you so much, Ben Studios. I believe I remember your comments from like years ago now, so thank you so much for watching all this time. Next up, we have a comment here that says, hey guys, it was really funny to see my comment in this video, which was the last video, the reaction video. By the way, breakup is never easy, but both of you are young, healthy and open-minded, and that is a very good base of finding new ways. Take care and don't forget, time goes by the speed of light. Exactly, so I like the sense of optimism there. In the last video I mentioned a comment by this user which said that, you know, this is basically marriage, when I talked about the relationship, or when, you know, Laura talked about the relationship being over. And that's, you know, something that was very true, so that was a good comment. This was another good comment, so thank you so much for the comment. I really do appreciate your comments in these times. Alright, the next comment is a long one, and that makes me feel very honored. Thank you for taking the time to type this out. It is by Dora Sinker, and it's saying, I'm so sad that your relationship's over, and I have to tell you that I experienced almost the same as you and Laura. It is really hard to go through a breakup. This is the first time for me too to do such a thing. The relationship with my boyfriend lasted so long that I thought it would last forever. But that was not the way it happened. At the beginning we were really good friends, and then we fell in love with each other. We spent great times together and we made so many memories together. I'm really grateful for having him by my side for years. He also played a huge role in making me the person that I am now. But suddenly something inexplicable happened between us. I still love him to the moon and back, but he hasn't got the same feelings I do. It was and it is difficult for me to accept this, and I find it difficult even now to write down my feelings, but it helped me a lot that I tried to talk about it with my parents and friends. We also try to be friends again. We still mean a lot for each other, so that was not questionable that we don't want to cut off everything between us. I really hope that we can truly be friends and we can support each other in the future when it's needed. But I feel like I need more time and more power to do this. I wish you and Laura all the best. You made a brave decision, but this will lead you to a happier life, I'm sure. Big, big virtual hug. Thank you so much for this comment. I really appreciate you telling me your life story here, like your personal feelings and thoughts. This is very hard to do on the internet, and again, like I said previously in this video, many people, you know, go the exact opposite direction and try to be fake. So this was very, very raw and deep and authentic, so thank you so much for this comment. I don't even know where to begin with this. This is so deep. So, I mean, how long have you and your boyfriend been together? Why have his feelings suddenly changed? What happened? That's obviously very personal, but, you know, if your boyfriend is that sure about it, then I guess that's a good thing that this person is honest, and it's a good thing that you can still remain friends. And, you know, basically, if you are talking about it to your friends and family, like you said, and you're, you know, basically working it out, then that's a very good thing, and I'm really proud of you and happy for you. Okay, this next comment is one of these questionable comments, and it is by Shadow0013, and the comment says, I'm gonna assume that you guys broke up because Laura wanted marriage, but you didn't. You wanted something new because you were stuck in your comfort zone, and if that's true, then let me tell you a little something. And then the comment goes on. Obviously I will show this in the video right now, so you can look at it right here. Basically it summarizes at the bottom, if it's, you know, too long didn't read. If my first assumption was correct, then I think that you made a big mistake given today's abysmal sexual marketplace. More specifically, the sluttiness of chicks and their staggering numbers. I just said my opinion, I'm not shaming you or anything nasty. That's fine. Again, I really appreciate this raw comment. You know, you just typing out your thoughts to me at that point in time, and then, you know, letting me know about these thoughts. That's really, really appreciated. I also really appreciate you watching the video, and keep watching the videos. That's really appreciated. But I have to say here that the first assumption was incorrect, okay? And let me now tell you a little life lesson that I learned, okay, a long time ago. I think I learned this in England. I'm not sure who taught me. I think it might have been my retail boss, actually, my manager, a very smart person, and he basically said that if you assume anything, you make an ass out of you and me. So don't assume anything, basically, like ever. Always, you know, question things rather than just assuming. And And again, I want to make it clear that I'm also not shaming you or anything. I'm not having a go, I'm not criticizing, I'm just simply making this video to express my gratitude that you guys have watched this last video, you guys have been so helpful, and that you guys commented. But again, don't assume anything. And there are actually many more life lessons that I learned, especially in this relationship, obviously. And if you want to check that out, I've made a whole separate video on that on my channel. And if you're not subscribed to it yet, I would obviously appreciate if you want to subscribe if you enjoy that kind of content. So in my last video, I mentioned that there were some of you guys who wanted to see a video with Laura and I in the same video, like, you know, sitting next to each other like we used to, and I explained why that's not happening, or why that is, you know, not a good idea, if that wasn't obvious. And I mentioned a comment here by the same user, and this user has commented again, and he's saying, Tamba, I wrote that comment on Laura's video, which you put in at 9 minutes in the last video. I hope you did not find it offensive or took it the wrong way. As I said, I think I can talk on behalf of most of the Hungarian viewers of your channel. We do hope that you two will sort this relationship out in a while. Traveling weasels, in my opinion, can't really exist without the two of you being there, as you two are the faces of this channel, if you get me. Your response to my comment in the video is totally understandable though. Sometimes we need a break to be able to start something again. You two are the best, go traveling weasels. And again, I agree with this comment to an extent, so I actually agree in the sense that we should be still making videos on this channel, okay? And we will, just not together. And I think that's actually the interesting point, because I don't think that has been done before like this, where a travel vlogging couple ends the relationship but keeps the channel going separately and documents their experience as the breakup happened or happens. That can be, you know, very valuable, especially if you're going through a breakup yourself, you know. So and like I said, for me this is a totally brand new experience that I would never thought I'd go through. And I'm sure Laura feels the same way. So it's, you know, it's just, things are up in the air and things are very confusing. But your support is amazing so far. So again, thank you very much for your support. Okay, I'm going to end the first part of this video here, and the second part will be on my channel, which will already be linked below. So if you watch this video all the way to the end, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to watch the second part on my channel, Tamba TV. Make sure to subscribe if you like the content. And I look forward to reading more of your comments. Thank you so much. Sziasztok!